Yo, what's good? What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Respect My Gamer. I am your host, Elements MC. Oh man, we need some sound effects.
He
Damn.
letting bombs off.
Right.
Or it's coming soon, man. Mix is coming soon. We gonna have to do that ourselves no more. We're gonna hit a button.
Okay. Well, we got to find a button first.
Push
I don't have a button. Okay. I'll push this button. No, that's not gonna work. The computer will go off.
I said coming
Uh,
soon.
He said, not yet, not today, not today.
He ain't hit us
Right,
soon.
right. Yeah, man. So welcome to another episode. I'm your host, Elements MC, Elements with a Z. And my co-host, Canis 007, aka Gotti. Say what's up to the
What's
people.
happening?
All right. You got Comedic 7, aka Grab the Guy. Say what's up.
What's cracking, people?
Yeah. You can tell we are excited about this episode, like we are about every episode. You know what I'm saying? So, man, how y'all feeling this week?
I got sleep yesterday.
What?
You got sleep?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
When he start doing that?
I'm gonna tell you why you didn't get sleep. Because you had to sacrifice that sleep for staying up. Because we was coming back from the Conway the Machine show. That was Friday night.
Friday, though.
Yeah,
Friday.
then I went to work.
Yeah, you had to get up, go to work.
What time did y'all get back?
Like 2. So,
Yeah, it was close to 2. You know what I'm saying?
so then I had to get up at 3.
Right.
Oh, man, we had the same schedule for different reasons.
Right. So, man, but it was a good show, man. Shout out to Conway and Stove God Cooks and one of our good people, good brothers and friends, Easy O'Hare.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Repping the Go, Chicago. Also repping Hawk Life. That's the crew. You know what I'm saying? So man, he got a chance to he was already on tour with him, but now he got a chance to do his thing in his hometown. So big shout out to Easy O'Hare. Y'all go check out his album out. It's called Baggage Claim. You know what I'm saying? It's out on all platforms. Man, support the bro, man. He was matter of fact, speaking of gaming, he has
you got the joint on NBA on you got the joint on NBA 2K.
Yeah, 2K21 though. Like that the new just came out, 2K22, but he is part of the soundtrack from 2K21. So
22 already out?
Yeah, it's already out, man.
You don't be paying attention too much no more with with the sports games.
Yeah, I'm not used to like I'm used to I'm used to Madden coming out in August, but it's September and we got NBA 2K already.
I remember that was like an October thing, like the right with the start of the seasons back then.
Yeah, but I mean everything's changed now, so it's season.
Show you how long it's been since I was playing. Like it's just different for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So.
Yeah, I ain't played a sports title in many moons. Many moons.
A lot of time teenies is what we saying.
not once, but many times teeny.
Right.
But nah, I definitely I might have to tap back in. Like I was looking at the last 2K and just the amount of customization that you're able to do, and with them adding that whole card system in, when you get the players' cards, and those are kind of used like different characters you can pick up for your team and everything.
No,
and I was like, interesting. I've been watching my boy Jason, Godfather Games. Is he? He really got deep into it. Like he went down a whole wormhole. He said, "I'm stuck on this game again, spending money on it and everything."
But good thing is I heard that it's at least for me, this is the best, one of the better 2Ks in a long time. I really haven't played it in I say maybe 6-7 years, but I heard this is one of the better ones. So
it's been like a decade or something for me.
Yeah, yeah, and even with Madden, like I'm not, the verdict is still out on Madden for me. But I do notice one thing between the PS4 and the PS5, like you're definitely going to get a graphics improvement on the PS5. So it's like, or even not just the PS5, but the what's the Xbox Series One? Is that it?
Yeah, Series One.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you see how complicated it is when you go on the Xbox. Like PlayStation just had one, two, three, four, five. Xbox be like 360, X, Series One, uh, Xbox
Well,
Titanium.
I mean, they had Windows 2, Windows NT, Windows 95, Windows 98,
2000.
Windows 2000, then Windows Millennium Edition. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Them
Yeah. Okay.
counting,
It's a Microsoft thing. Okay.
them going in order ain't really, it's not their forte.
Okay. I guess.
They be like straight line, straight line.
Zigzag, zigzag.
Well,
And
we'll
they've
get
been
to
doing
Microsoft.
it for years, so hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here duck, dives, dip, and dodge.
Well, you know what?
You
Actually,
can dodge a wrench, you
we'll
can
get
play
to
Xbox.
Microsoft a little bit later on in the show. But
No, do we
yeah.
have
So,
to?
come on, man. You got to look. I know
Look,
we all
everybody
Sony
know.
heads.
Everybody know if you haven't picked up on it in previous episodes, I'm not the biggest fan of the box of X.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but we gotta,
I
be
know
fair.
we
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
be unbiased.
Yeah. As you sound completely biased
I'm
when you
just
said
saying.
that. Like, come on, man,
Hey,
make an
look, I
effort.
said you heard me say it got to be.
I said, make an effort, man. It's your tone.
Force it upon me.
Communication is based a lot upon tone. Fix your tone, man. People don't believe that.
I just say, I
Yeah.
don't even have a problem with Microsoft,
Yeah.
like with the system as itself. I just get it after Sony. Sony come first in this house.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
it.
exactly. So shout out to all systems. You know what I'm saying? However you enjoy your gaming adventures. You know?
Like I try
But
to get them all.
Yeah.
I try to get everything in fair shape.
you out here on the ass catching, huh? You gotta catch them all. That should be
Hey,
it.
within reason, because bills is real.
Right. Right.
Which is why I ain't no Xbox or PlayStation 5 in my house right now.
And I ain't got no 5. I'm still trying to get a
Ain't gonna be
Switch.
no
Like,
Series X, 5, none of that in here right now because I ain't got it.
If I did have it, it'd be hard to get it. It ain't like it's just sitting on the shelf somewhere.
right.
Yeah,
So
$850. No.
right.
Also, why can't we just buy a PS5 from Sony? Now that's the beef I got with that.
That's an
Why
interesting
can't I get my
question.
product directly from you? Since you know there's so many problems out here in these streets.
That's an interesting question.
Now Xbox, I ain't looked to see how much theirs costs or whether it's out of stock. None of that. It's just, man,
I want to look up that answer. I honestly
Yeah.
want to research that. Like, why can't we go directly to Sony to get it?
Because that's not a bad question at all.
I don't know. We might come up on some.
I might have to look into that. Yeah.
Yeah, we might find an Easter egg ourselves. Might discover some stuff that we weren't supposed to discover. So
it's pretty much they just he's gonna tell us because we don't care. You
right,
figure out how to get it. We manufacture it. You figure out how you gonna get it.
right.
You gonna buy it no matter how much it costs, which is a lot of people did.
Yeah, that's true.
I still won't.
Certain people, picked them up by the caseload and sold them off 5 times the price. And people was like, "Yeah, I got it." And I was like, "Huh, stupid."
I go by that little MSRP thing over there, that market series retail price. I go by that. Y'all told me 5.
Hey, y'all know people was using them PPP loans. What
Man,
PPP loans? They was probably getting them PlayStations with that.
yeah,
Right.
and a lot of people in jail right now.
Right.
Hey, with the PS5.
No,
Can I
they're
take my
not.
PS5, please? No, I'm like, can I take my PS5 with me, please?
Nah, it's not. We got to confiscate this. This is evidence now.
Right.
Whole bunch of police officers
Yeah.
playing the joint at the station right now.
Yep.
Oh, looky
All
there!
right.
I found the
So,
PS5.
right. All right. So we ready to jump into this, weekly roundup of video games?
Yeah, we can go ahead and get this one going.
Well,
All right.
as promised last episode, not to be mean, weekly roundup. Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase.
Told y'all we was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep our promises, even though sometimes we don't
Hey,
always want to.
you know what? We're gonna have to just give you a complete rogue moment.
Xbox.
You're gonna have to take that
Xbox.
rogue moment.
Oh, I'm gonna. It's gonna be great.
Just go into it.
Just
I'm
get
gonna
it
Be
wait
out
to
the
honest with
see
you.
it.
Can I
system.
be honest with you? The only thing on Xbox I really be caring about because Halo is still fun, but I'd be here for Gears of War when it comes to that. Gears of War is the only game I really locked in with on Xbox.
You know what? I bowed out after 3.
And honestly, Gears of War was really only when they implemented. They saw their first video of it, and you came up there with the gun. It had the chainsaw on the front like a bayonet, and it actually you could use it, and it actually was very effective in the game. I was like,
And it's
I
fun.
like it, I like it, I like it. But other than that, I'd be like, meh.
Well, does Microsoft have any uh, results from the showcase?
I ain't gonna hold you. The list ain't the best. It's a whole lot of math on there. When I was looking at the list, I'm like, this is what they chose. But let's get into it.
Right.
So
Okay.
one in particular that very nice looking game. Looks like the gameplay will be good. People might be familiar with it. Dying Light 2.
Okay.
The combat system, you move through the environment using parkour, basically. So it's a lot you can do with it in your movement style and combat system. Only thing is, this is a game they use for the showcase, and it's not exclusive because it's available on the PS5. So I'm gonna get it on that when I get it. But it's a very good game. I enjoyed the series. Dying Light, honestly, especially the way you can move through the environment. Anything when you can feel like you can freely move through the environment the way you choose, I enjoy.
Okay. I'm starting to wonder though. When these game developers or with Sony and Microsoft, I'm not sure if it matters anymore. If like with certain games, PlayStation has exclusives for it'll say it. But there are some instances where maybe Microsoft they don't have the exclusivity of the game, but they have the I guess like the marketing, the bigger piece of the marketing share. You know what I'm saying? So they get to actually present it at their showcase. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily sure. I could be right or wrong, but that's what I'm just wondering. 'Cause I know that you used to watch a lot of commercials with Madden, for example, and it's on both systems, but it's always marketed from the Xbox standpoint.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying so. Maybe that has
Well,
something to do.
honestly more what I've noticed. I don't know if this is still a thing like more prevalent now, but for sure, people that had more of a focus on sports gaming would
Right.
sometimes lean towards Xbox.
Right. Yeah. Which goes back to I think I mentioned it in another episode where Xbox was as far as their like under what's under the hood as far as like frames per second, they had a higher frame rate than the PlayStation at the time. So people gravitated towards Madden, NCAA, 2K, because the frame rate was better. And then Sony kind of caught up, and so by that time, Xbox was like, "Hey, get the game, but get it on Xbox." So
Yeah.
that's up. As you all can tell, he doesn't care.
I give it a chance. I mean, not I'm gonna give it a chance. Y'all give it a chance and let me know how I feel. I will never buy an Xbox. It's just not a thing that I am
Oh
willing to
man,
do. So I'm sorry,
Look,
not sorry.
never.
when I get mine, I'll report back.
Yeah, I
There we
mean,
go.
the controller isn't as cumbersome as the original Xbox. They did solve it for those controllers. That
Nothing
controller
ever
is
will
like
be.
carpal tunnel, right? Like
Look, people nicknamed it the Duke.
The
That should
Duke.
tell you the size and uncomfortability of that controller.
man, what is happening here? There's a lot going on right here.
It was a lot going on right there. So
Fistful of crap.
we'll see. We'll see.
It was worse than the Dreamcast controller.
And that Dreamcast controller was bulky, Jack.
Hey, I'm one
That
of these.
controller was so big that the memory card wasn't even a memory card. It was a mini game that
It
fit into
was.
the
Yeah.
slot because you could
It,
play mini games from the other games on it. It had its
Yep.
own screen and buttons on it. That's how
it
big that
looked.
controller was.
It looked like the Amazon Fire Stick controller. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the memory card.
Yeah.
That definitely was the issue. Like,
All right, for sure. So anything else from that showcase?
yeah. All right, let me quit
Come
being
on,
mean. Let me
man.
quit being mean. All right. So they did announce. So it's an exclusive version of the Series X that's coming out. So it's the Halo Infinite. It's a 20-year anniversary edition. Um,
Mm.
Especially if you're gonna get them to pop it up on the screen. I ain't gonna lie, that joint look kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie, that's a nice looking box to come out of a box.
Yeah, yeah. I mess with that.
Yeah, that looked dope.
But once again, hey, I mean, we know Halo Master Chief. That's their flagship character. He been holding down Xbox. If they don't have nothing else going on when Halo come out, everybody be like, "Oh, okay, Master Chief back. What he doing this time?" So I give him that. I give him that. It's decent.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
It's a nice little
yeah.
skin on there. But like the rest of this list, just look. Let me hit on a couple things that people might actually be looking out for. In my opinion, because there was some stuff that was like, why? um, we know good old Forza Horizon Racing. So Forza Horizon 5 is coming out. We know that's a flagship for them, just like how we
Yeah.
waiting for Gran Turismo to
I,
drop.
I think this was the one series that got Chicago right.
Yes, yes. And if other
I
games would
agree.
just pay attention and follow that formula and make Chicago be Chicago,
Right.
it was great. Now I will admit that game is actually beautifully done and it looks beautiful. That's a like we were talking about last episode. That's all. That's a gameplay plus visuals on point.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
So
Now another announcement they had, we had Starfield, which is an action RPG that's actually going to be dropping next year. Um,
okay.
it's going to be November 2022. That's one that definitely pushing really hard. It
That's
actually
almost
looks
2
good.
years.
Yeah, man, look, it's a year. It's just a year. Years and months, man. Semantics. It's semantics. But no, that one actually looks really good. They did a teaser trailer release for it, so they gave you little snippets of some of the gameplay and cinematics. To me, it looks like it might be worth it. Another good push they did. They actually talked about the, they have Gamer Pass, which actually they're releasing a lot of their old titles on the Game Pass, kind of like with
Like PS Now.
yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Right, right.
So you'll have access to that from the basically from their store, their version of the store.
Yeah.
But a lot of the games that they were pushing that I would have been excited for were not exclusives. Like Deathloop was involved in theirs because that's the next, next game coming out with a different concept that's on both systems. I actually would like if they do a multiplayer for that, make that crossplay.
Mm.
To me, that's a good look. But I'm not a game developer, so they don't always listen to me.
Not yet. You might be in the near future. You never know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But we also had Into the Pit, which
Into
won't
the
pop up
pit.
on the screen. So imagine Dark Souls gaming series,
Eh.
but much faster, better response time with the controls to the character,
Let's
and the
get
gameplay
into
is
the Dark
faster paced.
Souls stuff.
Dark. It was a good series. It's just some of the movement was to me lagging a lot with the characters.
I just
So
don't like
it
whenever I ask what it's about, people tell me I gotta play it. It's so difficult. I'm like, that's not what it's about, though.
honestly, it's best way to describe it is imagine a world kind of like The Witcher or World of Warcraft, but much darker. Which is messed up to say, much darker.
Much darker. I was like, wait, that's
Oh
darker than that?
man, yeah, it get dark around them streets up in there.
Now I'm intrigued.
And Into the Pit is actually a retro shooter that's kind of fit into that type of world with magic and everything. So imagine if they blended Doom with the more magical world, kind of like the new joint that's coming out for Borderlands with our friend Tiny Tina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tiny T got a new
Well, I'm still just gonna be
thing
playing
coming
that
out.
though.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then
So
we also have Wasteland 3, which actually is coming out with a new DLC. So it's going to be out on October 5th, which is right around the corner.
right.
But
There it is.
it adds the Cult of Holy Detonation to the game. So right now they revealed that with the Colorado collection. So it's going to be a special edition gaming bundle that they're actually
Okay.
dropping. That one is it looks entertaining, but it's not. It's one of those that definitely is probably a gameplay over visual for me situation.
Okay.
Like others on the list, like they got a new Thieves Borderlands theme ship, State of Decay 2 Homecoming, which is it just wasn't a spectacular list. Like watching the list, it wasn't anything that was like, oh. And honestly, State of Decay 2 was originally announced last year at E3, and it got pushed back. It's just coming out with
Right.
that's coming out, and there's a new DLC they're dropping at the same time.
Right.
Okay.
Which I get. I get it.
But then you
So
have Stray Blades, which is actually directly connected to Dark Souls. So it's another one, but it's Dark Souls but more colorful. It's the best way to
so
describe it. Actually,
so
that's how they describe it. It's more
All right.
colorful. It's lighter souls.
that's what I was gonna say. Like,
So
okay,
it's
so
not
it's
dark, it's dim.
Them,
right.
right, them
Them
souls.
souls. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
but
evening souls.
but yeah, so since their announcement trailer is like Xbox, Bethesda, they also roll in some of their PC titles with it as well. So you have Crusader Kings 3, but it's going to be available on next gen. So now they're bringing that over to console from PC. It's It's like a medieval strategy game. So think like Age of Empire,
Okay.
that
Okay.
type of game.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Psychonauts
get.
2, which a lot of us actually probably recognize. That actually was a fun game to play.
Right.
Um, the Gunk. Yeah, you heard me
The
right. The
gunk.
Gunk. Yeah, that's the
The
name.
gunk.
That's the name of the
The
game.
gunk.
I just said. Yeah, that's what it said.
Well, once again, I said we played Toe Jam and Earl, so I can't
Exactly.
complain too much.
Wow. You never really think about
It's just,
game
it just
titles.
was a interesting list of games.
This is. I want to complain, but then I remember some of the stuff we played. So it's like
I mean, we had
can I really
Earthworms
be
Jim and Toe Jam and Earl. So it's
right?
like,
You know what I'm saying?
But see, listen. My thing is, listen to the title, Earthworm Jim. That's okay. Cool.
The
Earthworm
gunk.
Jim
No, not okay. The gunk, but we played a game called Toe Jam
and
Yeah,
Earl.
and
and
Earl.
Earl.
Yeah, we did.
Who comes up with the Toe Jam?
That's why I say, can we really be mad at some of these titles that's coming
Toe
out
Jam
now?
and Earl.
Just
Somebody got to explain that. Somebody has to really explain that. What made you come up with this name, Toe Jam?
Let me tell you something. I don't even know what Toe Jam and Earl were. What were they?
wasn't one of them like a toe? I can't remember. I cannot remember.
I don't even know what they were. It was just some little things that they just
I just-
on my screen.
I'm gonna have to play that again or something because
They were things.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Just
I
little
can't
things.
quite. I can't quite remember myself. I think it was just like nope. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what these were.
Nope. You looked at them like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Get it off my
Yep.
get it off my screen. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I just remember that it existed, so I'm like, we had that.
Oh, and yet another game that I thought was funny to see in the list, and I was like, why is this a thing in your announcement trailer? Like, who's waiting on this? Flight Simulator World Update 6.
Hey, PC gamers be playing those.
Yeah,
But it's like, this is part of your announcement trailer?
yeah,
Yeah,
Microsoft.
that moves on the PC. I'm serious.
Well,
That's
I
it
don't
what-
get it, but I can't knock it. It's like it's working.
As
well,
you
now
all
it
can tell.
moves on the Xbox.
Right. I mean, it's
No.
interchangeable.
I mean, it was PC. I ain't seen nothing for that for Xbox, but like it's in the Microsoft PC games.
Yeah. So that's probably why it appeared in the showcase.
No, I'm not saying Flight Simulator, bro. Like, I was looking at that like,
Yeah.
who was excited about that?
All I
You'd be
know
surprised.
is it puts up numbers on the PC.
Yeah, you'd be really surprised.
I don't
You
get
got-
it, but I can't knock it. It's like it's working.
Look at man, it's almost 8 billion people. 8 billion people in this world.
Guess
Somebody's gonna like playing Flight Simulator.
People played Bassmaster.
Yes, exactly. A standalone game,
Something out here for everybody. It's just
you know.
like I said, I ain't got to get it, but I get it. It worked for them.
Right.
It's-
So hey, here's what it is. As you all
I'm
can
not
tell,
gonna knock it.
as you all can tell, I know I've been trying to say this for a few minutes, but as you all can tell, Cadence 007 is not really really impressed by anything that comes out of Microsoft.
He
Xbox,
doesn't
so
sound that enthused.
he doesn't sound enthused at all. I'm actually gonna give it a chance, even if I don't even play the game. But he's like, let me give you this run of the mills news on this system that I really don't give a damn about.
hello, Rump.
So sorry to all you Xbox fans out there, Xbox gamers. We don't that listen to our podcast. Please do not. The views and thoughts and opinions. Okay, it's
I'm sorry, man. It's not my
Do not
fault.
reflect-
Xbox title.
Let me finish with my disclaimer. The views and opinions of Cadence 007 are not necessarily a reflection of the views of Respect My Gamer podcast in its entirety. Okay? So, please continue to listen to us, support
Also,
us.
follow us and Respect My Gamer because there will be a rogue moment coming about this.
Oh,
Look, we
God.
got to let them get it out of the system at least
Here's
once.
the
Because
thing.
this,
I'm not mad about It's just that in comparison, the two showcases, not even being biased or something. In comparison to two showcases, like these titles is like, what are y'all? Why did y'all pick these? Like some of those, like four of those titles on their list was like, why is this here? Some of the other ones,
Right.
I was like, okay, I remember this. Oh, that might have a good fan base. Oh, that looks kind of cool. I might wait to see the full trailer release for that because it was just a teaser. But what is this? Flight
Yeah.
Simulator, the gunk. So it's like, man, we'll see.
like I said, I'm still not knocking it because I got to see what the gunk is about before I think if I tried or not.
It's like
Like I said,
Halo,
Toe Jam and Earl, we had Booger Man.
listen here. I was just sitting there like, but that Halo though. But then Halo though, I 100% if I had an Xbox would be there. But then Halo though,
Wait, let me see what they were. Shinra Users is already playing Toe Jam and Earl.
No, I already checked it out, bro. Like, that's the only waste your time. Do it on your own time.
like
They're
I don't know what they are.
They're things.
They're things. I got nothing else.
That's all.
I think that's Toe Jam. Whatever you think about with Toe Jam is one of them, and Earl.
Yeah.
It's a yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's like
They exist.
They're pretty much like SpongeBob before they became a thing. They're pretty much the early version of SpongeBob. So
they're real. They exist.
they exist. They do.
You're like, that is the thing.
And we played that.
We did. Well, I didn't play it.
Like that's all I'm saying.
Somebody played with it. It wasn't you.
Look, it got weird names. I'm gonna try it. I go by how funny the name is sometimes.
Yeah, we established that with you and your movie choices from time to time.
Oh, we're not getting into that.
But you laugh though.
I do. But I also give the skeptical look, like, why did you send this to me and where did you find it? So,
like, what's your problem, bro?
Yeah.
These things are amusing
to you. You left out the amusing to me part of that.
I think it's implied.
Shout out to Microsoft when they showcase 2021 showcase. I'm not excited. I'm not excited because Gotti didn't read it off excitedly, so I'm not excited about it now.
I'm sorry, can't get excited about Flight Simulator 6 update.
How you know? How you know? I could be at home and just
no. I said I'm sorry. I can't get excited about that.
Well, somebody do, man.
Psychonauts is fun.
Well, hey.
All I'm saying, Psychonauts.
Yeah, I like the original Psychonauts.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. Is that it for the weekly roundup?
Yeah, man, that's all I had. Yeah. Here's the thing. It wasn't really a lot that happened, from last episode to this that was like, let them stack up a little bit and we can put those together. It was like an update from something we talked about. It was like, let's wait a minute on that.
Yeah.
It was a whole lot of let's wait and see how this unfolds first and see if it's worth talking about.
Well, I'm certainly enthused now. Not. So,
there was a whole lot of wait for it going on this week.
He's not going to be a Microsoft salesperson, is what we saying.
Oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't talking about Microsoft. I was talking about in gaming. Period. That had nothing to do with Microsoft.
I don't know. You was a little bit more excited last week at the PlayStation. You was excited about Wolverine and Spider-Man. And
it's Wolverine, bro. I am Captain Marvel around this joint. No, well, not her, but that's what I'm.
Somebody around here is like, it's the Flight Simulator, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Neither one of y'all eyes even lit
Somebody,
up. Well, I said I was Flight Simulator 6, yo, huh?
I blamed it on you. You
Don't
gotta,
blame it on me.
you blame
If
it on
you
you.
like this game, you should have got excited. You
You
ain't never
could.
heard of the
I
game.
guarantee you, if you would have spoken up with more, just some more energy and some enthusiasm, I'd be like, really?
No, you
Flight
wouldn't have.
Simulator? Yes, I
You
would.
liar.
I'm not. Hey, no
Don't let
cap.
him lie to
I'm telling
y'all.
you.
Don't let
No
him out
cap.
here
I'm telling
capping
you.
big time. He
Look, we
big
don't know.
time.
Hey,
Everybody game differently. We don't know.
that's what I'm saying. You don't know. Like you gotta.
Elements
Look.
MC out here with caps lock on right now. You don't care nothing about no
Man,
Flight Simulator. You're in the line.
I'm not lying.
Yes,
I'm
he
not lying.
is.
Look, here's why I say I'm not lying, because if I take into account the fact that you're a fellow gamer, if you're going to be excited about something, that's going to at least get me intrigued about it. I'm like, oh,
Once
okay.
again, I can't
You
fake
gotta think.
excitement about something I'm not excited about. It's just not a
I'm
thing
just
that can
saying.
happen. You want to
I'm
fake
just
for the
saying.
people? You go ahead. I won't be real.
I'm just saying. But
Flight
if you
Simulator
are
6 love
unbiased,
me.
if you are completely unbiased about all of this stuff, it makes a difference. You'd be like,
The
huh,
Flight
I
Simulator
might play
6 it
that.
had nothing to do with being biased. That's a boring title to me. No matter what system they could have been on. That could have been in virtual reality and you could have felt like you was really flying the plane. I still wouldn't have cared.
Wow.
I
You
just
like
wonder, do you have to follow like actual like traffic regulations, or can I just do loop de loops and shit?
No, you
I'm sure
probably
it's
can.
both. I'm sure it's both. I'm sure you can do loop de loops. I'm sure that you probably have some like real life mode where you have to fly and keep your
Hey,
altitude at a certain level. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
will say though that the only way that I would be okay with having them realistic controllers like Steel Battalion is if it was for a flight simulator. If you bring the cockpit out the flight simulator, out the plane and put it there, and then I would accept that. But Steel Battalion was ridiculous. This thing we piloting ain't even real. Why do I care about a realistic cockpit for something that ain't real?
Exactly.
Now you did it for a flight simulator, yeah, okay. Because maybe then I might decide, oh, maybe I want to be a pilot. These are the real controllers.
I mean,
But that
hey, somebody might
but that
want to
didn't happen.
be a operator tank.
That's
You
not
know,
no. That's
it's just
that's
a
what
whole. It
that
was just
wasn't the
designed
tank.
horribly. I'm saying like somebody somewhere
Plays that
wants to
game alone.
know how to be the best bus driver you can be. Okay, you can't
Ain't no
get mad at
CT,
them.
ain't no CTA simulator though.
No, man. Look.
There is a bus driving game.
Do you see? See, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a bus driving
I
game.
don't
There's a whole
care.
game about taking care of like a
Which means
like a
that somebody
farm.
thought that people have enough interest in these things
I understand
Exactly.
all
to
of
make
that.
it.
What I'm saying is I can't fake being excited about something I'm not excited about. It's not a thing I'm
Man,
ever gonna do. So if you want to fake being excited for the people, you go right ahead. I'm
give it a
gonna keep it
chance.
real.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Well,
Jack Daniels.
with that said, I think we can jump into our main topic of the day, which is kind of basically, ironically, it's funny how this kind of segues into it. Style of gaming. We all have our own styles that we
Mm.
play games. Some of it is more loose, some of it is a little bit more aggressive, some of it is a little bit more uh, like exploratory, some of it is more like run and gun. Depending on the genre. So I'm curious to know, like, what's your style of game, and how much has it changed from like 20 years ago to now? Like, is it the same? Do you play games the same? Did you is there one genre that you played a lot that you don't play as much now? You know what I'm saying? And one genre that you didn't play as much, but you play a whole lot now. So I'm curious to know what influenced y'all gaming style.
Uh, okay, so I could answer that real quick with with this example. Like what influenced my gaming style. is kind of basically what influenced that game. So I'm not as big of a fan of like the Dragon Ball games that play more like Street Fighter and stuff. I like the Dragon Ball games like Tenkaichi, Budokais, and stuff that felt like you playing Dragon Ball.
where you can freely move around the arena, fly when you get ready to, and stuff like that.
Right, it's I kind of come into each game sort of like that, like the, what's the premise behind it and stuff. It's I mean that's like the best way I could put it. It's like I'm like you see me in shooting. I'm taking real sniper posts and things like basically I'm looking at it like what you said this is a shooter.
Right. So I needed to operate like a shooter.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I like in the past, I probably was more into action adventure titles. Um, I'm definitely more of a shooter now, and my play style in the shooters can vary. Sometimes I run a gun. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I run a gun. I move through that quick, and I'm trying to pop as many targets as I can. And sometimes I like to set up, take my time, and snipe. Especially
Mm.
if it's team deathmatch when you can kind of best way to explain it is you know how you can kill an opponent and then the whole team come over there trying to help. Just drop them right there, and then they think they're gonna come there and make a difference. Lure them all in.
Yeah.
Especially like Warzone, you really could do that. It's Warzone, you literally can wound their teammate and wait for them to come to try to help them, and take the rest of them out. Like you'll be over there with your armor cracked, crawl on the ground trying to get behind some cover. It's like, yeah, go out there and help them so I can get you too.
Like I did that like the time we was playing.
All right. So look, let's break it down by genre then. So when it comes to shooters, do you prefer long distance snipe style, or do you prefer up close, you know, pistol shotgun?
I
Uh,
snipe.
long distance, definitely long
Okay.
distance.
I will snipe anybody with a. It doesn't have to be a sniper rifle.
I understand. We can do it both. We do both of them.
Right.
Right.
But the snipers where I live. Reach out and touch
Okay.
somebody far.
See, I've discovered that as much as I would like to be the sniper type, I've learned that my patience is not there. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer to utilize like it's almost like it's almost like well like Steph Curry on the court. It's like I want to be able to dribble, you know what I'm saying, and drive to the hoop, but I can also, you know what I'm saying, pop the three. You know, so it's like, or you could say like, well, you could say like LeBron, like I can rebound, I can assist, you know, pass the ball, I can, you know what I'm saying, do multiple things.
So you're
So
more
I find,
all around.
right. I found that like I prefer like, you know, assault rifles,
All
you know what I'm
right.
saying, SMGs, like when it comes to like shooters and, you know, launching grenades. But it's the whole sniper thing. It just it like I guess my reaction time is a little too slow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I might not necessarily have somebody in my scope, my crosshairs, like, but then as soon as I think to shoot, I might think too slow, and then they gone. Then I'm looking for them. It's like I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So my game style is much more up close and personal as
I
far
mean,
as shooters go.
we just gotta teach you how to lead them into the shot. That's all. Once you
Yeah,
get used to that, like sniping, honestly, especially on Call of Duty, it's a whole anticipating where they're gonna be for the shot. So you're not aiming where they are, but where they're gonna move to.
right. Now, ironically, I was
Once you
very
get
good
that
with
down, all day
sniping.
long.
Once I Borderlands was a game that I was very good at with the sniper. You know what I'm saying? But a game like Call of Duty, I'm just not. I'm not as good with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially playing up against other people because you just never know how they're going to maneuver. They can jump. They can. So it's like I'm not really good at it. So I prefer to be like in the action. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, that's when the opportunity strikes for somebody else to snipe me.
Like one of the
So,
funny things about Call of Duty, I would watch people patterns with some with like a sidearm or something, and then
right,
when I saw a pattern, I switched to the sniper rifle because I didn't want to give them a chance to see that glint.
right,
And see, that's the thing I love about Call of Duty because a lot of people forget about their glint and they'll be sitting in the window way too long. It's like, okay. And the best part about that is you can aim direct. You see the glint, just fire a shot right at the glint.
Yep.
right. Yeah, yep.
You gonna get that
Yeah,
kill.
that definitely does help. So, um, now what about games like that's more so open world, like loot system? You know, uh, for example, like with Red Dead Redemption, the second one. If I get into it on a certain mission and I get into it and there's a lot of bodies that's dropped, I take my time to go through all the bodies.
Spoils of
Oh,
war.
absolutely. We out here checking everything. Like
Right.
Last of Us, I checked every drawer, cabinet. If it can open, I'm checking it.
I grew
Right,
up on Zelda. We broke all the vases.
right.
Yeah,
Now,
we out here willing to do the grind to find everything. I want
Right.
100% completion.
okay, because I noticed that with you know other people might not play like that. They might be just trying to get through the game.
They just
You know
try
what
to
I'm
push through
saying?
the story.
Right.
It was like with those
Which is
type of
cool.
games, I might do that if it's like my third, fourth go round or something.
Right.
That first run,
I need everything.
I'm trying to get every right.
Right. Even with like side missions, I prefer
Yeah,
side missions over the main missions. I want to complete all because I always feel like I'm gonna forget something.
I came
You
up
know what
on
I'm saying?
RPG. Some of them side missions give you better gear,
Exactly.
I noticed that.
Some of the
Like
side missions are specifically to give you more powerful gear to
to
go
get you
through
the
the game.
ultimate stuff. Right.
as a matter of fact, I think one of the DLCs for Horizon Zero Dawn was um, you had to like do the DLC in order to get the this like piece of armor. But I'm curious to know if I didn't get that DLC, would I have gotten it? So it's
Oh yeah.
always that's the anxious part of it about it, where it's like you play a game and you're not sure if you need certain things in order to do other parts of the game. Because
But
God of War is a very good example where the Valkyries aren't necessarily when you fight the Valkyries, they're not necessarily a part of the main mission, the main storyline. Matter of fact, you kind of come upon, you stumble upon them on accident, and then you realize, oh, there's an opportunity to do this. But it's like I don't know if I can even deal with them if I haven't progressed in the game far enough. So sometimes, like my anxiety just be going bad. Like I'd be like, oh, should I grab this? Should I do these things? What should I do first? You know. Whereas like when I first started playing games, I didn't do that. I was more patient. I was like not thinking as much. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like reacting and just kind of having more fun per se. Now it's just like it just seems like I'm afraid to miss something.
Oh, I definitely. Oh, those type of games is FOMO all day. Fear missing out. I gotta find everything.
Yeah,
Shoot.
yeah,
yeah,
Especially when it came like The Last of Us, the first one and the second one. It was a couple of times where if you looted right, you got the more powerful guns early, and you also had the
yeah,
materials you
yeah,
needed in order to upgrade those weapons early.
yep.
they even updated the like they depending on the difficulty level you play on, it allows you to like get less loot or more loot. And the
Hmm.
easier it is, the more loot you get. The harder it is, the less loot you
And
get.
And that one, the best thing about that is on your second playthrough, you can play on a higher difficulty level, but have all of your stuff
Right.
from the first playthrough. It was like, yeah, now I'm gonna start. You're gonna start at the beginning of the game, be able to knock people's noodles from a distance, easy.
Right.
You aim everything better, like control, like yeah, I like it. So yeah, I definitely am checking everything.
Right.
Run them pockets, open them drawers,
Exactly.
All right.
kicking
Cool.
down doors.
I think we are the same in that one.
Yeah.
All right. So here's another genre. Fighting games, like beat 'em up games,
Okay. Well,
or the two different,
yeah. That's
Like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter. You know those games. Like what's your gaming style?
okay. Those are fighters. Beat 'em ups is more like Streets of Rage and them
Right. Gotcha.
golden axes and stuff.
So
Yeah.
let's say fighters then. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for me, I go by what style the character's using,
Okay.
and I actually respond to things based on that.
he not telling the truth. He's a bully. That's what he is. His style is bully foot on fighting games. Ain't nothing. He is an evil person on fighting games. There's something wrong with his soul. That's what it is. Trying to be all nice in his explanation. Don't do it.
It's what I do though.
Don't do it. Is what you should. He has a don't do it fighting style when it comes to fighting games. Whatever you think you about to do, he gonna tell you don't do it.
I'm not denying that.
His fighting style is cancellation of your move.
So okay. So with that said, like like when the fight starts, are you the first one? And I don't want to give away a game style like when you plan to get So for somebody else come across you, they know what you're gonna do. But it's like,
oh, it don't matter if they know what you're gonna do. They don't mean they can do something about it. knowing and doing two different things.
Very much.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And look, I'll let it be known right now for anybody that's watching. My fighting style and fighting games should be more considered a blitz. I'm gonna barrage you from jump. I'm on you as soon as the bell rings. I don't want you to breathe or think about breathing. And if I give you space, it's only because I want you to move in a certain direction so I can put you somewhere else.
You know what? I could actually explain. I could explain that question like Joe was asking, like when the fight started, you hitting, you moving first or whatever. In Wing Chun, there's a saying. They move first. I get there first.
Right. Oh, okay. They move first. I get there first.
Since I'm gonna get that hit, I just wanted to see what they were gonna do.
Gotcha.
Funny enough, that's how he fight in real life. That's
so, hey, well, I think with me, I think I certainly, it depends on the character. I feel like if it's a character that it's like you can kind of tell that they require more patience, then I'm more patient. If they bring a little bit more brutality style to it, then I'm more brutal.
You know what? Have you tried any of the fighting games from Sammy?
From what?
Well, Sega is partnered with them now, currently. Like, I think totally. So you might see Sega Sammy on stuff, but they made these games Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue.
I'm not familiar with those.
Nah, they're like 2D fighters and stuff, and everything. But I think you might actually enjoy those games because of the vast difference in each character's style.
Yeah, they have huge difference. Like one of them be more speed combo style, and one of them is literally would be a
like big a walking tank.
Yeah, a big walking tank that doesn't block Like doesn't even have a block function. You hit block, and all he does is just stick his chest out a little more.
Okay, I'm about to
It's
check those out.
And
like
if you
in
want to
their
check it out,
games.
Guilty Gear is a really good game of series too. I would say
Yeah,
check that
yeah.
one out.
I'm gonna check that out. Definitely gonna check that out. So, okay, so we got shooters, we got fighters. Um, how about sports games? Or better, no, we're not gonna do sports games. We're gonna do uh like racing games.
You know what? I'm sort of a bully in racing games
Oh, he won't admit he a bully on those.
because there's no way else to describe it. It's like I came up with Mario Kart and Road Rash.
Yeah,
Like
you
like
got a bully
like
on those.
I mean, you definitely have to bully in there. I think it's more so. Maybe that's too straightforward because I mean the objective is the fastest person wins. But you know,
yeah, but
Honestly, it depends on the game type. If it's something where it's more of a focus on how you mod your car over it, I'm really highly detailed about modding my performance and testing it out to get it like perfect.
yeah. See something
okay,
like that,
Um,
like how like in like the Need for Speed joints.
right.
It wasn't even close to the same. Like it was I was still a bully, but it was because I was trying to get right in front of you, and it wasn't necessarily about me winning as much as it's about you losing.
Yeah, he
right,
definitely races to stop your advancement. Whereas, like, say it's like Mario Kart, I'm more of a defensive driver on there. So, like, even the ability picks up, I use them in defense. I'm only using them if someone's getting ready to try to knock me out of the lead, or if they're getting ready to. I see them actively getting ready to come and attack me.
See, I like last place on Mario Kart until the last round.
Just up here attacking everybody.
Cause I'm getting
Oh,
that blue shell, and whoever thought they was in first place go feel this wrath.
oh, so okay, so you the type that hold on to that shell
until he
that you
leaves you.
know. I've seen videos like that.
Because it's so petty too. Because they'll be all the way in the lead. He just sit back there biding his time. He fired that joint, and when it hits him, it knocks. It completely stops all movement. They have to gather everything, and then you just go ahead and weave through everybody and take their spot. So yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
right. So again, I guess it depends on the type of game. Then
That's why I was like, you know, thinking about the two different. It is two totally separate play styles. I guess the more realistic the race could be. I'm doing it in a more realistic way or something. I guess you know what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I could say that because I mean I think it's now how much of your gaming style, how much of it is connected to your real life personality. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like the one being the lowest, like nah, it's not really connected to my gaming style. To 10 being like, man, I'm pretty much the same way I am in gaming, same way I'm in person.
Fighting games, same. That's 10.
Right. Okay.
Yes, same for me.
Okay.
For fighter, yeah.
Uh,
Honestly, for shooters, is probably the same.
Same.
I'm way more patient for sure.
so you say you're as patient in real life as you are in a shooter or
In a shooter,
saying
yeah,
most games.
yeah. Shooter. When it
Okay.
comes to shooter style, for sure. My 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 patience, my calm to anger is way high. Say I have a high meter for. Is it worth being mad about?
Hmm. Okay. I gotta say I'm pretty much is pretty much 10 for me. Like, well, I say like maybe an 8. Um, my meticulous nature basically crosses over to the gaming world very much. Now the thing is though, when when I was like younger, like 20 years ago, I wasn't as meticulous. I don't think.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to figure out like over time the way that I've changed and adapted to life is the way that I've adapted to gaming. So so just try like it's really funny when you look at it because like I take my time. I don't want to miss nothing. It's the exact same way I'm in life. Like I don't want to miss nothing. I take my time. Don't try to brush something past me real quick because that doesn't work for me. I need you to slow down and let me break down every single part that you just gave to me so I know where I'm going. Now, sometimes in gaming I find that that takes a while. That could take away from the experience of the game. Like do you ever find yourself that, you come across that that feeling was like the way you are in real life can kind of go against the actual game that's required of a certain type of.
Uh, you know what? Yeah, but it still turned out to be funny. I was actually doing this over your career one time. I was playing like I forgot what Grand Theft, but I was obeying all the traffic laws.
I remember
Like when
that.
I had 5 stars. I'm on the run, but I'm still stopping at red lights and stuff. I'm slowing down to like 10 and stuff when I'm turning, and and everything. It was working for a while though too.
I
That
think
was
you could be
crazy.
an asshole with that. Like you can't be real. Like 5 stars and you stopping at all this. I
Bruh,
don't know.
Yeah.
when I tell you this man was driving like 10 and 2, 10 and 2. He drive like a grandma. Like
and so it's like one of the things where it's like, nah. I ain't out here speed racing or nothing, but I'm not that. Like I'm not what I was doing on Grand Theft. Like,
and see, I can't bring myself to do that on a Grand Theft. On Grand Theft, I'm out here every time. Drive it like you stole it. I'm out here fast and furious on Grand Theft. My car is hitting hills and flying through the air. I'm getting cinematics everywhere on this joint.
I just be wondering, can it happen? Can I get away with it?
Well, you can get away with it if you take away the wanted level, so you can definitely get away with it.
Because I
You know
mean,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
going for like 10, 15 minutes straight. Like, but
Look,
then again, I was out here on the John Deere track and everything.
Talking about this
exactly.
man out here parallel parking and everything.
Right.
What
Yeah,
you doing? Leave it
and
in
it's
the middle of
possible,
the street. Still another car. Let's go.
but it's possible because especially like on Grand Theft Auto 4, you call a cab and you can actually ride around in the cab. So if you got a long way to go, you know what I'm saying, you can actually be in the cab like looking around. So you be tempted to be like, oh, you know what, I think I'm gonna do that myself.
Well, the craziest part about it too is like the only thing that comes close to me doing something like that on Grand Theft is when I just get in the car and cruise, listening to music because the soundtrack fire, the radio
Yep.
station's fire. So you just
Right.
hop in the car and just cruise around in the game. So I kind of do follow the rules there because I don't want to end up with any stars and having to mess up my relaxation, mess up my leisure time. Man, leave me alone. I'm just out here ride.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm very. I can see that. I'm very much. I take my time. I don't like. The Last of Us 2. Like my nerves was just on the fritz.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So like games like
that
that,
game
I really,
will definitely have your nerves shot. You
yeah,
be
because
on edge the whole game.
the whole time, and it's like, but sometimes I find that kind of it a little bit. It kind of takes away. It has a chance to take the fun out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, 'cause if you're moving too slow, It's like, what are you really like? What are you really doing it for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
like, and the thing is, it's a concept of uh thinking where it's like some people don't like to play. Some people don't like to start over. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
some people
me.
don't like.
That's me.
Okay, okay. I don't like to play through the games twice or maybe three times. Like once I'm done with the game, I'm probably done with the game.
That's me on certain titles. Like,
And see that I don't know. I don't even know if there's me on certain titles. Like if it's a game I really like, I can play the joint over and over. Like
right.
the Last of Us Part 1 and 2, I played both of those 3 times.
Because it's like
Mm.
certain games with me, it's not even saying that they're bad. They just feel like a one time only experience. It's like I can still think the
The
game is
replay
dope.
value. It could be the replay value. Yeah.
Yeah, I can still think it was dope. That go round, but it's like I can't see myself playing it again.
And see, that's the thing. I think I pick games that I already feel are going to have a good replay value because I intend to play them more than once. Like Grand Theft 5 and San Andreas, I played through the story multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, I get it because like especially with because technically, do San Andreas or actually all the games, you can actually just go to the main storyline, and not do anything else. Games like that I can replay. I'm not the type of player that makes multiple characters. Like this. Like the Division. You play. You can make a character, or then you can create another character. I'm not that type of person that creates multiple characters. I want to play with the
Oh, I
one
am.
character. Yeah. Well, obviously, you got the wrestling going on, so it's like I'm not as I'm really not as imaginative about that. I'm like, I'm not gonna create a whole nother character just so I can start back at zero and work my
And
way to the
see,
top again.
See this
I'll definitely do that because especially if it's a game like say it's a game with different archetypes.
right stuff
I
like
want a
that.
character for each archetype because I want to see the different play style for each one. So I'll start over at zero 12 times if it's 12 different types.
If it's different, if it is
Well,
indeed
literally,
different,
but see, games like that though is literally the only thing that's different is the game, the player style of that character, the archetype you picking. The story would be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll replay it over and over just to try out all the different archetypes. Like even case in point, the new Marvel Revolution mobile game.
Okay.
It's a whole bunch of different characters that you can pick from as your starter character. There's like 12 different ones. But the story is still the same, no matter how many you play through. I am playing
hmm
through with all of the characters right now, though. It's like I get so far one, I switch characters. I move that one up. So like my Iron Man is at level 55 right now, whereas my Captain Marvel is at 30 because I'm getting ready.
okay,
Like I'm cycling through all of them. I'm like, hey, I want to play as them because the difference in their combat style, the other armor that you get for them, where you can customize their look, different stuff you unlock that's specific to that character, but that's not specific to the story.
See, I'm like that, but like more methodical, so to speak. It's like okay, something like Borderlands. You got the in two, you got six or something. Most of the other games, you got like four or some different character types you can pick from. I'm gonna go through all of the character types, but they're one at a time. I'm maxing out that first one
Yeah, and then coming back to it.
all the way through. Then I'm gonna try out the other one all the way through. Then I'm gonna try out another one.
And see,
Like
that's usually what I do, but on this particular game, that and Warframe, when I was playing that more, I sometimes would switch back and
I
forth
still gotta
before I
get back
max
into
one
that.
out. Yeah, it's whole new Warframes we haven't even played with yet. Like, you
Yeah,
didn't play in a while, so there's a lot of
right.
new Warframes on there for you.
Last time I
hmm.
played, homie had the quick draw
Mesa.
Sure, yeah.
Well, let me say this: Mesa Prime that came out since that, and about maybe 10 to 12 new Warframes in general, not
Yeah, I
even
got to get
counting
back into
Prime,
that game.
have come out since then. It's two new ones out right now that I haven't even gone to check out. But those are ones where it's more like the open world aspect and the grind to get your different Warframe. Because on Warframe, you don't have to spend money to get platinum, which is the higher currency. If
Right.
you're willing to do that grind, you can find everything on there. You just gonna have to work for it.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the map and go to the locations where the materials are you need in order to build certain stuff or to find the blueprint. But you willing
Actually,
for that grind, you ain't gotta spend no money.
I feel like EA could have learned from their grind because, like the NBA lives and stuff had the well, not even necessarily them. I meant to say 2K. I said live. Like everything was in game, and you could spend the in game currency, but they gave you the option to spend real money to get it too. And as such, the amount of currency you got kept shooting lower and lower. And I
Right.
feel like Warzone is a much better example of
But
that. You might have to run a mission like 2, 3 more times or something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It's still within. I feel like I'm playing the game.
yeah, it just
I'm not
if you
working for this item.
and that's why you were able to on that one for sure pick your gaming style. If you willing to grind that and like Destiny 2, same thing. If you willing to grind, you can get the stuff also, but it just depends on whether you want it. If you want it now, don't spend your money. Me, on the other hand, I
Right.
ain't trying to spend a bunch of money. I ain't
Right.
trying to buy a game and then buy a game and then buy a
Right.
game. It's the same game. If I can grind for it, all I got to do is keep playing the game, and I just might have to play this mission multiple times to get all the pieces I need. Fine, I'm with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So and sometimes I'm cool with that, and sometimes I'm not. I don't have the patience for that. 'Cause it really depends on how that grind is. Like sometimes, the grind can feel like it's a steeper hill to climb. If you want me to put this game on a certain level, difficulty level, and I expect like better gear or better loot, but then when I get to that and the loot is the same as when it was on a lower level, then I feel like, oh well, you cheating
Man.
the grind,
Not worth it. Like it wasn't worth it.
right? And that kind of plays into the patience as a gamer. Sometimes like, do I really want to have to do this again? You know what I'm saying? So many different ways, that we can look at ourselves as far as how we play games. But I definitely say, uh, very meticulous, very cautious. I take my time in most games, but in other games like sports, racing games, I'm less patient. I'm very much more aggressive.
Mm.
So
See, I don't know. It's like in sports games, I kind of, if I understand the role of the character, it's like so in basketball, I'm typically like because I was point guard when I hoop for real.
okay,
So
I'm
you have
typically
more of a
running point,
focus.
right, and I'm playing that role
right,
and everything. A lot of the other stuff, like I only played football for fun, so didn't necessarily matter as much as now it becomes I'm trying to make sure they don't win. I'm not.
I just want you to
what,
lose.
It's like if I understand the role more, I'm playing
So
by that
basically, like a
role.
more focused role.
Right.
Yeah, I
yeah,
definitely. I said definitely in that aspect, it's like it just comes down to what your preference is. In the sporting game, I'm more. I don't know. I'm more focused on playing with the like say your favorite player, your favorite team. So I'm more focused on that. I'm not as focused on breaking down the different ones. Like 2K, if I'm playing 2K, I grew up playing basketball.
Hmm.
Basketball is my favorite sport by far. But when it comes to like Madden, I ain't played a Madden in so long. And honestly, I like the NFL 2K titles much better than Madden.
We all
Yeah,
know this.
right.
Yeah,
I
we all
I
know.
I love those, and
People still
it
make
was the
mods
detail,
for 2K5
right?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
with current rosters and stuff. People still do that.
And see, and those I think when it comes to sporting game is more on the customization that's allowed in it. It's probably would be more of my focus in that, and that's why I like those titles because you actually felt more like you were creating a player that was you. To me, in those titles, at least for me.
Right. Cool. I think we hit it on the head as far as like different gaming styles, But it's just showing a correlation between how we are outside of gaming and how it basically could uh, connects to the style of play that we do. We're actually gaming,
Yeah,
so that makes a lot of sense. So
Other words, we got these hands in real life too.
yeah, check the last episode, episode 13. Ready to eat for everyone. You know what I'm saying? We break it down
Anybody
that
can
episode.
get it.
What games we feel like you ain't touching us in. So check that episode out.
right.
So
Check it out. Let us know your opinion about that. Matter of fact, when you check this one out, let us know your gaming styles.
yeah, yeah. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? How you like to get it in? So, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
definitely way more methodical than now that I think about it even more. Assassin's Creed, I took my time to make sure I could get that perfect kill on Assassin's Creed on the regular.
nope.
Mojo
Assassin's
Cat.
Cat.
We attacking our tiger.
Assassin's Cat.
Damn,
Now he look like an evil supervillain.
you
Right.
cookie cat.
Cat came in like tiger style.
I'm just gonna stop and pause right in front of the camera.
Gavin Brother Camera, hey, what you doing over here? Who was
Right.
that? I don't know
Tiger
that.
style. Hey, man. All right, so
The
that's a
cat
good
to
topic.
walk past, so I guess we could wrap this up.
Oh, thanks to the cat, huh? Damn cat.
It took everything in me not to start dying laughing. So it's
Damn cat. The damn cat just shut us down.
goddamn cat,
Freaking
man.
freaking cat.
Curiosity.
Man,
Hey, well,
sometimes
hey, look. I mean, look, that's a good that was a good topic to discuss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like man, people let us know what you think. You give us your opinions. You can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter at Respect My Gamer, Respect with a K. Just let us know like what are your different what's your gaming style? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like are you patient? Are you methodical? Are you careful? Are you aggressive? You know, and just let us know. You know what I'm saying? And let's start the discussion and see how much of it plays into your actual real life personality.
right.
So, yep. Man, well, we just want to wrap this up. This has been another episode of Respect My Gamer. We want to thank y'all for tuning in and checking us out. Shout out to my co-host Canis 007, aka Gotti, and
hey,
Comedic 7, aka Grab the God. I'm your host, Elements MC, aka Ja. And till next time, man, y'all be easy, man. Put some respect in our game.
That's right.
peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.